Hi guys, we're just going to do a bit of measuring on these new pellets just to see, check the specifications. So we'll start with the Rangemaster Kaisers, which are 4.51 head diameter. We don't know that for sure till we measure the head size. So we're going to weigh them first. We're going to weigh them in tens and then divide it by 10. Let's get it into grains. There we're in grains, right, 0. So I want 10 on here. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the only problem doing it this way. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 87.6 grain divided by 10 gives 8.76 grains. On to the next. I forgot to say it actually says 8.64 grains on the tin, but averaged out 10 it's 8.76. On to the next pellets, which are the Rangemaster Sovereigns. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put that on there. Oh, left one on there. We'll put that on first and it'll stop them rolling about. So we'll zero it with that on there like that by pressing tear, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 84.2 grains, so that's 8.42. And what are they supposed to be? 8.44, so that's a bit nearer on this one. Back in a sec. Now on to the AirArms Diablo field, which are supposed to be 8.4 grains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 84.4. So 8.44. Same as the Sovereigns. Back in a sec. Right, we're now on to the JSB Diablo Exact Heavies, which are supposed to be 10.34 grain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10.4 and they're supposed to be 10.34, so that's near enough, isn't it? 10.4. The Hades came out 10.3, so very, very similar. Very similar shape, but they don't have that weird bit on the end. Right, that's it for the weighing. Next job. Right, now we're going to check the head size. These are supposed to be 4.51, the Kaisers. So I'll just show you. Goes all the way up to 4.55 from 4.46. So we're going to start at 4.51 and see if they're bigger or smaller. And then we're going to put them in this little rack I made so we can keep track of what size is what. So I'm just going to try it in there. That went through okay. It don't want to come out now. So we'll call that a 4.51. So that's in that little slot there. I'm going to do 10 and see what they come out at. That one feels a bit tight. Oh no, that's gone in. I didn't have to press it too hard. So that's 2 at 4.51. This one going to go. Yep, that one's gone through all right. So that's a 4.51. That's 3. 4.51. Yep. That's 4. Yep. 5. Should have made my slots a bit longer on this, shouldn't I? That's 5. Out of 5. That's 6. 7. 8. 9. You see how easy this is to use. Just dropping it in the slot, putting a bit of pressure on and see if it goes through. So that's 10 out of 10. So I think we can call them a 4.51, which is what they're supposed to be. So back in a sec. Right, so we're now on to the sovereigns, Rangemaster sovereigns. These are supposed to be 4.5. Let's see just what they are, shall we? We'll start off at 4.5. Yep. Where am I? 0.5 there. Yeah. These are precision cut with a laser. Yeah, 4.5. 4.5. Yeah, 4.5. So that's 5 out of 5. Yeah. 6. 7. 8. 9. 1 feels a bit slack actually. Trying the 4. Yeah, it's gone through the 4.49, that one. 4.48. No. So we can pretty much say they are 4.5. Out of my 9 rifles, they seem to have done best with 4.51 measured. So, right, let's do the AirArms next. Right, these are supposed to be 4.52, but the other ones that are supposed to be 4.5 were 4.49. So we'll start off at 4.52, see where we get. That dropped in. That dropped in. That dropped in. That dropped in. That's gone through with a push. What's going on here? That went in the 4.46, that one. So did that one. So these are going in the 4.46. What were the other ones? 4.49. These are supposed to be a bigger head diameter. They're a right pissy fit, these. Yeah, they're all going in the 4.46. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All gone in the 4.46. That is not good. To say there's supposed to be a 4.52. Not good at all. Back in a sec. Right, onto the JSB Exact Heavies, which are supposed to be these are supposed to be a 4.52. So let's see if they are. Well, that's 4.51. I was kind of hoping there would be a 4.51 because it seems to be a good size for my barrels. Let's try in a 4.5. No, it's not going in 4.5. 4.51, 2. That one's going in a 4.5. That one's going in a 4.5. That one has. So is that one. That one has. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me just try these two, see if these will go in 4.5. Yeah, that one has. So although it says 4.52 on tin, they're actually a 4.5. Now the other ones, the non-heavy ones, where are the JSB die below match? No, they're not on this chart, they're on the other chart. Let me just see what they came out at. 4.52s came out at 4.51. So, not great. Back in a sec. So I'm just going to actually write on the tins what they've come out at. So they're 4.5. Diameter, and they weighed 10.4 grain. These, the AirArms, 4.46. Diameter, and they weighed 8.44 grain. The sovereigns were 8.42. Oh, that's grain in it. And they were 4.5 diameter. And the Kaisers are 4.51, which is what it says on the tin. 0.51 diameter, and they weighed 8.76. there you go. Right, so I'm going to measure the length and the skirt diameter now with the verniers. So I've measured the length of the pellets just like that in the vernier caliper gauge. So that's, as you can see, that's 5.61 millimeters. Now to do the skirt diameter, what I do is I drop the pellet in like that and I close it up and adjust it until I can just fully rotate the pellet, and that gives me the skirt diameter. So that's 4.64 on the Kaiser. 4.64. Let's try the sovereigns. I must say the specifications on these Rangemaster pellets seems to be really accurate to my measurements and consistent. Obviously they don't state skirt diameter, but I measured it just in case there's it correlates to some performance issue, whatever. So that's about 4.8 millimeters diameter. So it's quite a bit bigger that than Kaiser skirt diameter. Right, let's check the AirArms. Not impressed with these at all, you know, relating to specification they've given. There's no way, nothing like 4.52 head diameter. Let's just ease that open a bit until we can rotate the pellet. Bit tricky this. Right, that's 4.77. For the AirArms. But at the end of the day, it's not the measuring that matters, is it? It's how they perform, your group size, etc. So these are the JSB Exact Jumbos. I imagine these are going to perform better than the Hades, which were very slack in the barrel. Right, they're about 4.64, possibly 4.63, yeah, 4.63. So let me just show you the results, shall I? Here we go. So, and you can compare them with some other pellets above there, look. There you go. That might be of some interest to some of you. Maybe not. Maybe it's too boring and you just want to go shoot. Thanks for watching anyway, and we'll see you soon.